Alright, YouTubers, it's another day in Inilabs School Management System right here, the virus system with you. And today we are going to look at how to make a field unrequired, maybe fields that are required, how to remove the required on them so that you can make them unrequired. So let's we are going to use our login screen as an example of this today's tutorial. Now, if I hit on sign in without anything on my field, it tells me that user field is required. How will we be able to remove that? Now I'm using this because it's the login page and it's a starting page. I don't want to dig deep into Inilabs School Management System to use a form. But let's assume there's a form, maybe the student's form, there's a field that is required and you don't want it to be required. Or maybe you are deciding to add a field on the student's form which you want to make that field required. How will you be able to do that? So if you're able to make a field unrequired, then the same way you can twist it around to make the field required. So that is the reason why I'm doing this tutorial, and I'm using the login to do that. And anywhere in Inilabs School Management System you apply it, it will work. So let's log in into Inilabs School Management System to see how to go about this. But so I'll log in with my username and password, and then that is going to log me into Inilabs School Management System. So now we are logging into Inilabs School Management System. That is because we enter some figures or some digits into the login field, and that matches with the login details we have in the system. So that is why we are able to log in. But if I log out again, then hit on the login button without any information on the username and password, I will be required to enter a username and password. So we are going to learn how to remove these required fields we see on Inilabs School Management System. And then that takes us to our Inilabs School Management System folder, and then we can do that. So I'll navigate to where I install Inilabs School Management System. That's www. Then I have a folder there called in school. Then in school we have MVC. Then MVC, this time around we are going to the controllers folder. Now the controllers folder is what controls or checks the login details of the form into the models area to make sure that login is okay and they're able to log in. So we are going to work on this controllers folder where we can set the required and unrequired fields that we need. So I open controller, and then the controller that we'll be looking for is called sign in. As you can see there, sign in controller. So we look for sign in controller, and then we have it here, sign in.php. So I'll open sign in, and then these are the informations on this controller. So the controller here says this: we have rule. So this rule is what checks to make sure that the field is empty or not. And when you come to rule, the rule here will have required. So if it is required, that means that that field is required. So there's no way you can bypass that and log into Inilabs School Management System, or maybe fill a form without actually putting something in that particular field. So to make it unrequired, the only thing we need to do is remove the word required with this off, so that now we have trim, maximum length of characters that can be entered is 40, and S is clean and everything is okay. So I'll save it and then go back to Inilabs School Management System, then hit on the login button, and then that will give us a message that the password field is required. So now the user field is no more required, by solo the password field that is required. So now let's go back to the password field and also make it unrequired by removing the required button there, so that the required information there, and then we go back and then we hit on login again, and then we are getting a different information altogether, and they're saying that login incorrect sign in. So that means that the information you entered is not the right information. So that is how to make a field unrequired in Inilabs School Management System. And I hope this will help you to be able to fix forms that you want fields to be required or unrequired. Maybe there might be a particular field in a form that is required and you don't want it to be required. This is how you are going to remove it. Try to locate the controller of that particular form, and once you're able to locate the controller of that particular form, you should be able to edit this required off from it. So these are all the controllers relating to each of the forms in Inilabs School Management Systems that you can work with. So please try to locate the particular controller which is linking to the file that you want to edit, and you can make all your changes in that particular controller. So I hope this helped you in your way of editing Inilabs School Management System to suit your use. And if you like my tutorials, do kindly subscribe to my channel, like my video, share and comment to as well. And remember, I will answer all your comments, so please don't fear and don't worry. If it's taking time, just hope that I'm working on it for you, and then when the time is due, I'll give it to you at the right time. So please do remember to subscribe and then invite others to subscribe to the channel, and stay tuned with Da-viruz Systems for more tutorials to come on your way.